your hands together for Rima Parikh.
You guys, my birthday is the day after Veterans Day. And I would always be like, do people even really celebrate that holiday? And now I know. Okay, hello, hi, I'm Rima. Before I kind of get into my fuckboy for tonight, I kind of, want to tell you guys a little bit about me and kind of where I'm at now. A lot of exciting things happening. I just got married. Thank you. I'm in kind of a long-term relationship. I guess probably makes sense if you're married, but, we don't know. And that's been going pretty well. There is sort of some distance from this fuckboy. However, life is different. Life is kind of whatever. Live and laugh and lovin', of course. So I'm going to take you guys back to a different time for me in my life. I was 22 years old. I was in college.
Hell yeah. Is that Obama?
So,
you support Obama, hell yeah.
Well, it was post-2016. People were feeling very upset. College students did have cardboard Obama cutouts. I was at a point where, you guys see me right now, you guys see my hair. This is enough heat to cause global warming, ultimately. My vibe was I was wearing a sweater to a party, no worries, not a problem. Living a very different life. For example, I did have no bed frame, simply because I didn't know where to get one. They don't tell you. I was someone who was kind of getting drunk enough to be pissing the street, kind of whatever. The fuckboys are like perfect.
Yeah, who doesn't?
And this is a problem. Once I went to a bar, got so drunk, stole a bunch of rolls of toilet paper, and then when the bartenders got mad at me for doing that, I did call them out on a series of kind of who knows how many Snapchat stories.
Yo, you're fucking awesome.
No. You
crushed.
No. This is bad.
Why aren't you on the panel? Like, shit. Telling my story.
This is awesome.
This is so horrifying. And then, of course, did karaoke at this bar. Well, I was so drunk that I did not, I had too much pride where it's like I wanted to know the song without being able to read it. And so I just didn't look at it and then just was, of course, incoherent the whole time. Friend drove me home, threw up out of a moving car. Things were different, things were worse.
You're a veteran, that's what's up. I salute you.
Sure, and thank you guys so much. And
I don't know
why I'm being mad about the panel supporting me, Thank you guys. I kind of tell you guys to say, like, I've had distance from this. Things are different, people change. And, we can't always be mad at them about that. We sort of move on, whatever. Which is sort of what takes me to my fuckboy. We can call him Robert. What did Robert look like? Unfortunately, this was his vibe. This was his fucking vibe. 2017, yeah, this will fucking ruin your life.
A brown man with glasses? For sure.
That look is coming back, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Robert was someone that I met while doing stand-up comedy, red flag number one. We met, we would see each other around a lot. We became very fast, close friends. It always felt platonic to us. Everyone around us was sort of like, okay, so like what is going on? Like, what is it? Like, when are you guys gonna, like, what is up? And we were both sort of like, no, we're literally just friends. It's literally not a big deal, whatever. And then at some point, we're hanging out, and he's just sort of like, ugh. Should we just kind of get it over with? And I'm just kind of like, oh my God, so glad you said that. Yes. So we make out, and then we sort of kind of keep hooking up for a little bit. And it's sort of like, we're hooking up, whatever. And then sort of like some time passes, and it's kind of getting to a point where it does feel, I don't know, I am sort of feeling feelings, but I'm also like, I don't know if that's like the vibe, whatever. And then at some point, we sort of sit down, and I'm just sort of like, hey, like, let's kind of go. Like, I hate to be a fucking loser about this, but like, what's going on, but what's going on? And he's like, oh, I just like, I'm like not really interested in any sort of relationship. I really care about you as a friend, whatever. So like, if you're gonna, like, maybe we should just sort of stop. And I was like, totally fine, whatever. then we kind of continue hooking up after that, of course. And like, it is still sort of like that a little bit. Like, okay, so he comes over for Valentine's Day, makes me dinner, and I'm just kind of like, okay, well, who knows? Kind of who knows? Things have changed, whatever. Like, maybe his feelings have changed, whatever. And then I learned that this whole time he has been in an open relationship with some woman that he did not tell me about, and she didn't do comedy, so like she like was not like there, so he kind of just like had this secret non-comedy girlfriend. This whole time I kind of thought we were sort of doing this, you know? I was like, you have your little cardigan, I have mine, whatever. And actually it turns out he's kind of doing this. And I was like, okay, no problem. Which, you know, again, it's like I never really saw like his girlfriend, whatever. And if I had, it's like we could have figured this out, you know? We could have known that, whatever. But so I get very upset, and I'm just sort of like, you should have told me that. And he's just sort of like, yeah, for sure. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, you know, we've talked about it. Obviously, you did something that was like, this was like kind of rude, whatever. And then like a couple months later, he's like really drunk. He's going to a concert that is like on my street, like on the street that my apartment is on. And he gets really drunk, and he like can't drive home. And he's like, oh, like, can I just like come over and hang out? And I'm like, sure, whatever. I'm down bad. Come on over. And he comes over, we're sitting and talking, kind of having normal conversation for like 2 hours, and then he starts telling me about this threesome that he and his girlfriend had with like one of our other friends. And he's just kind of like, yeah, and it's like, he was so like random and crazy, and I'm just like, I'm 22 years old, and I'm like so truly down bad, where I'm like, yeah, that sounds so crazy, like we're bros, whatever. And then he's just sort of like, should we hook up? And I was like, no, absolutely not. So he kind of goes home, and then I'm sort of like torn up over that, because it's like I'm 22 years old, and I'm just kind of like, wait, I thought sweater was the rest of my life. I thought dating sweater was the rest of my life. And then, you know, time passes, I move cities, whatever. And I'm just sort of like, you know, I don't think about him, whatever. And then kind of crazy personal life drama happens in my life. Twist, I get cancer a couple years ago. Oh, sure. I am cancer-free now. Yeah. Thank you. It's very exciting, very happy. Obviously, cancer can be very scary, because at any moment, like, I could still make you run a 5K. No statute of limitations on that. But the thing about like kind of getting sick is that like when you post about it on Instagram to sort of like tell people like, you know, kind of where you're gonna fucking be for the next few months or whatever, it's like everyone kind of comes out of the woodwork, and sometimes in like really nice ways, but in other times you're sort of like, yeah, whatever. Like I remember, like I didn't realize I was like a mean person until this happened, where like, you know, I got diagnosed, I posted about it on Instagram, and people started DMing me this thing that like is genuinely really sweet, and I do not knock it. I think it is like so nice. People would be like, oh, like I'll pray for you, and my first thought was like truly so mean, and it wasn't right. But every time anyone was like, oh, Rima, I'll pray for you, my first thought was, and thank you so much. But before you do that, can I just ask, are you in good standing with God? You know, like, before you bring me up, what does he know you from, you know? And Robert, my fuckboy, was sort of so fast, kind of disappeared from my life, forgot about him, whatever. So fast with like, anytime I posted any sort of cancer update, would like it so fast, and like DM'd me and was like, hope you're well, whatever, and seemed so genuinely like affected in a way where it's sort of like, yeah, it's like you get something bad happens, and suddenly everyone in your life, even if they're so tangentially related, are like, wait, I hope everything's okay, in a way that is like, almost kind of really sweet, where I kind of got to this point where I was like, damn, I was so mad at you about this thing, and now I'm just sort of like, you know what, live, laugh, love. Okay, gratitude. Who cares? All this is to say, sometimes we all kind of do stuff that is like not good, and maybe like he's grown and changed or not, like that is okay, because life is kind of that. I did, of course, unfollow him on Instagram a long, long time ago, which it was kind of awkward for him to reach out during cancer, because I was like, I actually don't follow you back. But yeah, and that is my fuckboy. What is your guys' diagnosis?
You were 22.
Sure.
How old is he?
He was 25 at the time,
Alright.
so it wasn't that weird, I would say.
That's fine. My diagnosis, straight up, is the biggest red flag he said is like, oh, I don't want a relationship. I don't want to ruin our friendship. But a friendship is a relationship.
Yeah,
And that's someone that's gone to therapy. For sure. Yeah.
And secondly, so you mentioned cancer. Congratulations again for beating that. Yeah. When he, because I have people around me that have had cancer before, so I know this. When he DM'd you, were you on chemo at the time?
It was like right before.
It was right before you went
Yeah.
into chemo.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're probably extra pissy at that point.
Oh, I was in a bad mood, yeah.
No one's excited going to chemo. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I get to go sit in this fucking chair
Yeah.
and get poisoned. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But not like.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
You did the right thing, and I just gotta say, from fuckboy to fuckboy, the moves he made were fucking fantastic. Holy shit.
Yeah, you did from the very beginning want to let you know, like, I am also a villain, and I was like, that rules. That's funny. Like, that's. But the thing is, like, it sounds like this guy. It sounds like he just had so much love to give, right?
Yeah,
and that's,
Sure.
and he just didn't know where to put it. So he sees that like you're not doing well, and he's reaching out on Instagram because he has so much love. He has to fuck all your friends. You know what I mean? Like that's why.
For real.
Sure,
Also,
sure.
wait. He had a girlfriend, but he still cooked you dinner on Valentine's Day?
Wait, but also that feels like it's like, wait.
Find the
Prison?
time.
Like what?
Which also it's like, wait, why are you not with your girlfriend? Like, that's
Because
crazy.
wait. Because they were open, she might have been fucking somebody else too.
Where
Yeah.
was she? Did she live in the same city?
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn.
Why
She
was
did live
he
in the
not
same
with
city.
her? Did you ever meet or see this person?
I saw her in passing.
So she's real.
She is real.
He just didn't lie on being open. Like, oh,
I don't know,
I'm in
it's
a
like,
relationship.
yeah, I'm in a relationship.
I'm having
You
threesomes.
wouldn't know her.
She's in Canada, so we're having threesomes, yeah.
She's in another country.
One detail that I did forget was that he worked at the company that was run by his girlfriend's mom.
You mean to tell me? He had a, so,
I actually did. I'm just now remembering that.
Oh my-
simply
well,
right
of
now.
course
Course, you
man
have
is-
to date that person if your
Yeah.
mom gets you a job.
But still, he was
break
dating
up
her. He
with
was
them.
dating her and being like, "Yo, I know your mom got me a job, but I still want to fuck other people. It's true. Can I
Too
keep the
much
job
love
and do
in
that?
his heart.
Well, what
That's
was-
just,
what
That's finesse. Oh my god, I got it. Where's
What
she
was
at?
the job? What kind of job was it?
Oh, I don't know. It was some office job.
Oh
it
my
wasn't
God.
like
Wait,
status.
Last question.
Yeah.
Was he white?
He was Asian, if you can believe.
He was what, Blasian?
No, he was Asian.
What the fuck is a Blasian?
It's
white
you're
Asian.
half white, half Asian. Yes. Yeah.
No one here is biracial, so they wouldn't
Yeah.
get it.
One of these biracials, once again.
White
of
Asian,
course.
white Asian, white
Yeah.
mom.
Boys, what's your diagnosis?
I'm gonna say he's a fuck boy. I think the open relationship, not bringing that up, that's crazy. Also, the Valentine's Day thing is like the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
That's so fucking weird.
I think it's awesome me pee in the street. I have to pee so bad right now. I love peeing in the street. It's like one of my favorite things
Yeah.
to do. So yeah, I'm on your side.
Thank
Raise your
you.
paddles, fuck boys. Show us what we got.
I'm gonna
I'm
say.
gonna go. He's got a lot to give to somebody else out there.
I'm gonna say both of y'all were on some fuckboy shit. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
One more time for Rima,
She's married
everybody.
now. Fuck that.
I'm the favorite.